Okay. So as you know, Monday.com is a blank slate, and we can use this solution for various use case. So recently, Monday.com launched this project portfolio solution where it's still in beta because, as you know, Monday.com always launches the solution first and then it goes into beta and then it is live for everyone. So it's still in beta. And how I got this solution, and it's a readily available solution. You don't have to do anything. Of course, you want to customize it, you can build any customization on top of it. But how did I got this solution is from my template center. So I went into the template and there is a project portfolio solution. So this is project portfolio solution, and it's mentioned also beta. So once you click it, when you say use template, all these templates will get downloaded in your workspace, whichever workspaces you are in. Let's say I'm in this workspace, so I clicked here, and it also says add item to workspace. So if you want to test this, definitely you can create a new workspace and then go into that workspace, choose from template, and then that's how you download this solution. And then once you download it, you'll get all these boards. So this is the first board which we are going to look at, which is a project request approval. So workflow is very simple. Let me just, before going into the board, let me just tell you the workflow. So first, there is a project request and approval. As the name suggests, any projects which needs to be approved, right? There is a project request and somebody's going to approve it. And once it's approved, gets approved, because there are different due diligence which needs to be done before approving the project, right? So we have this board for that. So you can have n number of processes for your approval, which suits you. But right now in Monday.com, in this solution, they have this project score, then they have the priority field, they have the project type, right? And depending on that, definitely they are going to approve the process. So that's the workflow which we have taken here. But definitely your workflow can be different, but the fundamental remains same. That means there is a project request comes in and somebody approves it, and then something happens. So that's the first step. So that's the first step, project request and approval. Once it gets approved, then it goes to this portfolio management board, right? And then as soon as it goes to portfolio management board, then something happens. So now I have given you the overview. So now let's dig into each board and look at the overview closely. Okay. So I showed you the project request approval board right here. Let me go there. So now this is the board, but it will be good idea to have this board as the data should be coming into this board via form. It will be better that way. So then we have the project request approval form. So I have just opened this form in my side window here. So this is the first step. And this form can be shared with anyone. Maybe you can have a dashboard where all these forms are mentioned. This form, anybody can access this form. Once they have the link, that means they can click on the link and then this form will open. It's like a normal, any form, right? Project request and approval. Then we have these project name. Initially, you may have very the name which is just about the project, right? And then you're going to give a more detailed name so that it's okay. You can just give any name to this project which you think. Then you have the executive summary. I have Project Galaxy. Then it helps build what it's going to do, the executive high level summary of this project or proposed project. Then if you have any files, business case analysis, you can upload here. Then as you mentioned, as I showed you, then you can mention here criticality of the project, priority of the project type, technical. Then you have all these. Now, these are the fields. This can be different. As I was telling you, according to your case, it will be different. These are the field required to decide. I mean, it will help you to approve the project. So So right now we have taken this strategic alignment score, right? So for your case, it can be different. The process can be different. But all we want to show is, depending on all these information, you want to approve or reject the project so that it will be helpful. The form is given, but it comes with some important data so that you'll be able to approve or you'll be able to take a firm decision on the basis, right? So now I'm submitting this form. As soon as I submit this form, the data will appear in my project request board. Now I have 2 projects as a new request. Project Galaxy is here also. Money.com has what it has done. It has actually very smartly, because I am in my login, it understood that I have submitted this form. So it has by default mentioned here, initiator is I am initiator. Okay. So this is a new feature which Monday.com launches, that its form now understands who has submitted the form, right? Now, okay, all the data is here, right? Once I know that I'm going to approve this budget, approve this project, then I can also allot a budget here. So let's see that this is budget value, approved budget. And this form can have some more fields too. We just thought of adding these project score and things like that, just so that we can take a firm decision whether to approve this request or reject it. Now, 2 things are going to happen when I approve this project according to this workflow. Your workflow can be different. It can be customized. Right now, what is going to happen, as soon as I approve this request, it will move to my approved request, approved bucket here. And also at the same time, it's going to add that project, because now it's an approved project, right? So I no longer, it will be in the approved, but it will also add that project to my portfolio management. So I'm going to open this board into the side tab here so that we can see it. Now I'm going to approve this request, which is here. If I say consider, then it's going to move to under consideration. Nothing will happen there. But when I approve it, it will move to the approved bucket, and also it will come here in my upcoming project. I also, at the same time, we also get now you see, read this, creating project automatically. Everything is now so beautiful that everything is happening automatically. I got an email saying that your project is being approved, right? That was wonderful. Then, so I got a notification that project is being approved. At the same time, the project is being added to portfolio management board. And at the same time, if you notice, the project is being created here. Can you imagine? Just one click and there are multiple steps happening automatically. So now I am going to open this board. This just got created here actually. So I'm going to open this board now at my side. So now my project Galaxy is being created. Everything happens automatically in the background. Money.com has actually added the integration to take the template of, so there is a saved template, which I'm going to show it to you, of course, in a minute. But this Project Galaxy has taken the blueprint of that template, which we have already saved before I had saved that template before this presentation. It has already saved that template, and with just one click, three things happened. The project got added to the portfolio management and this new board got created. Of course, all these details I have already saved in my template. So that is why it's appearing here. But for you, I'm going to show it to you now, the actual template. Okay. So this is my project Galaxy. But how did I got this board, right? Your process definitely will be different. So definitely your next question will be, hey, our project board doesn't look like that. Then what? So don't worry. In Monday, everything is customizable. So you see, now I'm going to show you the template which this board has taken. So now this is the template. And these are the steps when we were building this solution. I had to take it just download and then automate, or some of the changes are done in this project template, right? So this template has already prepared by monday.com, but if your project management template is different, then definitely we can customize that and add your template to this solution. So you see now these are so your template is going to be definitely empty template, maybe the task, because every project more or less has a same steps, right? So you can have the tasks here and the status column will be empty. And these dates, I suggest you to have these dates here. So what we are going to do is, this I had already covered in my last training, one of my last training, because I have this dependency column. So if you save your dates here as it is, and if you know my each task is going to take same number of days for each project, so all you do is let these dates here. Beginning, it will not be right because this is like backdated, but all you have to do is just go there and click. Now today is 4th March, right? So let's say my project is going to start on 11. So I just click this 11, just one click, and all my dates are going to change. Let's do that in the project Galaxy. So you see now I'm in the project Galaxy. I created my board and now I am adding some details, right? Because in order to, now I want to allot these tasks to my team members. But before that, there is a timeline, right? I need to have the correct timeline here. So all I have to do is just, and everything is going to change automatically. How this happened? Because of the dependency column. You can refer to my dependency column webinar back in the days. And I have covered this topic there, how we can manually automatically change this date. So that is why I tell my client, don't, ideally the template shouldn't have dates also, right? It should just have duration and activities. But I tell my client, if you have a dependency column and you have the close dependency where the previous task is dependent on the second task is dependent on the previous task, then definitely you should do this trick. Just save the date and adjust the date which you want to start the project. So that's that. Now I adjusted my date. Also, I need I could have had all these statuses also empty, but I did not. But no worries. I just select all and then I just need to do status and then everything will be changed automatically. So not to worry about that. For now, I'll just let it be. Okay, so this was just a one part of the solution where automatically your project gets created. Now there's more to it, to this solution. This project board comes with the readily available Gantt chart, right? This project board comes with the readily available my task as soon as I'm going to assign myself here. Now it will, you see, my task, because monday.com understands it's my login. Now, if any other task won't appear here. Appear in that window of my task. See? Now, it also comes with the overdue task. If, because I have used this filter that so-and-so date and still that date is not done, because I'm going to go to, so start is overdue, right? It will appear here. And also it comes with the dashboard, which will give you everything. As soon as you're going to fill your tasks here, you're going to start updating these these tasks and all the statuses and dates and things like that. Everything is going to appear here automatically. Everything is already saved in the template. So that's why we have this views, different views. But once you start working on the project, everything is going to appear here. You don't have to do, you don't have to sit and create these views, definitely. So that's that. Now, another thing is, let's go to portfolio board now. We looked at the project board. Now, portfolio board also comes with some of the views. Portfolio Gantt view. Then you have the dashboard, because portfolio board gives you overall picture of all the projects, right? So that also comes with the all the views and all the views. So now I'm going to go into this project Galaxy into more detail. So now let's say that initially you had given this name, but now there is, you want to give the name like little bit more meaningful name to this project. Also, you have a project ID and things like that. So now in our case, I'm just gonna, because this doesn't look nice, so I'm just gonna remove this project Galaxy. So now you'll wonder, oh, but I changed this name, but what happens to my portfolio board? Don't worry. Monday.com has already thought about it. And as soon as you change your project name, and I love this feature so much, because before this, I had to literally change the name on the portfolio management board too. But now you don't have to worry. It looks like Monday.com has taken all the feedbacks into consideration and they have come with it. Any changes you do at the project board, project name, it's here. You see, I just changed my project name from anything Galaxy 1, 2, 3. I can change it. I can change it n number of times. And my portfolio board also gets changed automatically. Doesn't end here. I have some more. When this solution got launched, I was the happiest person, because whatever I was doing for my client manually, it literally took everything into consideration, and it has built this solution. So now you see Project Galaxy. Now there is all these statuses, and you have the start date and end date of these project. Now you remember there was some different dates, and I actually changed these dates. So now, so I change it on the board, but what happens to my portfolio board? It has automatically taken that into consideration. So also it takes into, so this status column, if you're looking at here, so it rolls up basically your status column, your timeline column. So now if I add a few more, let's say I'm just going to add all these as working on it. Okay. So I don't have any blues there. So now if I go, I should give you a few seconds to just refresh this. Okay. Here, I don't have any blues. Let me just, there are some reds. Let me just change this to working on it. And now you see project progress. So we want to show you that the project progress gets rolled up from your board, project board to your portfolio board, because ideally what happens is that portfolio board is handled by portfolio manager, right? The project board is handled by actual project manager and the team of members. So somebody else is going to work on this board. And then, but then in before this, what used to happen is that somebody else is going to work on this, but they need to update the portfolio board too it was project manager role to update, to go to portfolio management board, and because he wants to report to that portfolio manager. But right now you don't need to after this solution, because everything is happening in the project board, and same is rolling up to the portfolio board very smoothly, right? Now, so now you see, because I also wanted to show you how your, so this is the completion date, then you have a completion statuses, which was hidden because I wanted to show you only the project task, but everything, this comes with all those details. And as soon as you change any status to done, right? Now today's date will be appearing here, and also done on time. And also same will be gone to portfolio board too. Now there is one more. So we got up the dates rolled up, the statuses rolled up, and also there's this column here, project health. Now this is also getting rolled up on the portfolio board. So you see this project health column, it's coming from, you're not able to see it, but it's actually linked to this project health. As soon as I see on track, this will get changed to on track. If project manager feels it's off track, it doesn't have to do the changes at two places and 2 times. That saves so much of our time, right? So it's here also. So everything gets rolled up. So whatever you you are doing at the project level, everything gets rolled up to the portfolio level. Now in the portfolio level, I have one more widget for you, which is a portfolio overview. Portfolio manager doesn't even need to, maybe they can, by default, if they like this view, you can always set as a board default. And this view you can actually, or if you have the by default view as a project view, and as a portfolio overview, whenever you are presenting something, you can show this view, because this is a customized widget only for this solution. So you can see how many are my off track. So this is my project health, right? At risk and one track. So if I change, let's say there is a project Bravo, right? Previously created project. If I do that at risk, then there is a project factory. I want to do it off track, right? Everything, and then it's gonna change here. There are 3 off tracks in one project, at risk and 0 on track. If I want to see those, you can just see view all, and it brings you to that filter, which will show you actually off track. And this is so cool that you're just flawlessly, you're going from one view to another view. If you are on project risk, and if you want to see who is at risk, I just click that, and now I can see all these horizontally, right? I can see actual time and the planned time and things like that. So I'm really in love with this solution, because it actually took care of all the manual work. And now, instead of spending 16 hours, just to update all the projects, because right now the projects are like less, but some of the organization, they have 100 projects running at the same time. And every time it's not possible for a project manager to look after their project board, and then similarly they have to update the portfolio management, because ultimately the project manager reports to portfolio manager, right? So that has saved so much time. Even the project request approval, everything happens so smoothly. The executive members don't have to worry about creating the project, for the project manager or things, or whatever process workflow you're following. It just happens with one click.